Okay, what's up, guys? Super excited for today's video. Also, side note, guys, you know I caught COVID at that fucking Drake concert? What? Caught COVID, was down for 5 days. If I tell y'all how many times I've had COVID, you would probably be like, yeah, no, there's something wrong. If you want to know how many times I've had COVID, let me know below. But I feel like I can't say the number because it's sick. It's sick. And I got jabbed up. And I should never got jabbed. Okay, whatever. Let's get into the video. Today we're going to be talking about there's only 3 reasons why your brand doesn't sell out. Now, I'm so excited to do this video because feel like I know this is like the key thing. Like, this is why every brand, when they drop, they don't sell out. This is the key. These 3 reasons are like the key factors, and I feel like no one talks about it. But these are the reasons why most brands, they're not selling their shit out every time they drop. And it's usually because of the execution is wrong. And I feel like I said this in another video, but half the time your execution sucks. If your execution is not right, that's when shit's gonna get fucked up. But the thing about execution, it takes a couple of times to get it right. And no one talks about that. When you own a brand, you literally have to sit there and try to figure this shit out by yourself. You have no one telling you what to do. Sometimes it's a one-person business. Sometimes it's 2 people. The first reason, and I feel like this one is crucial to, like, if you take anything away from this video, take this. You didn't build a world around your brand. Now, a world doesn't have to be a fucking avatar, right? So my thing is, when I wear something, I want to be a part of it. Most people are like that. They just don't know they are. When we buy Drake's new Nike Techs, the little powder blue, we're kind of, the pictures that he showed, if you go on his Instagram, you'll see them. It's like you buying that, you're getting a piece of his world. Plus, Nike Techs are so, like, culturally, like, insane. Nike Techs are so a part of the culture and shit. So he basically put a world in a world, right? So lifestyle content, for this reason, is very fucking important. That's why I tell y'all, like, y'all have to make content around the product, not content for the product. You make it around it, right? So these are some pictures that I put right here. These kind of have like the same vibe to them, right? This is a world, like, it's like that muted luxury style. With this execution process, the first step in your execution process when you are starting your next drop, you want to make the content for your audience to be on a what, where, and how basis. And when you're building a what, where, and how around your product, which is the content is the what, where, and how. So you have your brand, you're going to put it in a location that your audience is going to know about. That's the first thing. A location, meaning the location could be a house with furniture that they've seen before. The location could also be a place that serves a certain type of food that they've seen before. The what. What is the it factor in the content? The what could very much be your clothes. Your clothes could be the what. Or the what, you can add different brands in your content. I'm working with a brand right now, and she really, that's her name, that's one of her main content styles that she do. She loves to add luxury products like Goyard. She'll add Chanel to her brand just to get that like kind of muscle memory from our eyes to her brand. Like, oh, you're mixing that with that. I love that brand, or I want that brand. I want Goyard, but this brand is cool. Also, it doesn't cost as much as Goyard. You see what I'm trying to say? You have to connect things. Adding different brands that match your aesthetic, your brand's aesthetic, onto the content. The how is the different ways you show it off. So how? It could be a girl working on a Porsche. Obviously, this is not accessible to everyone. I'm just giving you guys examples. It could be a girl working on a Porsche. It could be you guys in the lobby in Vegas about to go downstairs and go to a bar or something, right? It could be anything like that. What, where, and how. The what could be your brand, could be the what, or the what could be adding different products in that are identifiable to your consumer. The where, places that your consumer has seen, things they've seen, things they like, things they know about. The where can even be an idea that your customer knows about, right? The how is the way you show it. Are we at Coachella? Are we getting ready for Coachella? Are we getting ready to go to a Drake concert? Are we like if you were going to the Drake concert, or if any of you guys are going, doing like a cool video of your friends standing around getting dressed, or looking in the mirror, looking at your outfits, and you're wearing your brand, is a great way to show that what, where, and how. It's great. You don't even have to say Drake concert. You could just be like out with friends, and then they'll know it's a Drake concert. That's where. The what is your brand, plus the Drake concert, how you're at the concert with your friends having fun, right? So I hope that you could understand that, but let's move on to talk about it more. While I was making the slideshow, I was watching Circus Maximus, the film that Travis Scott made. I was watching it on YouTube, and I noticed that he has these new shoes coming out, and I noticed throughout the whole entire film there was a slight emphasis on the shoe, and throughout this, like, his drop of Utopia, the whole point of Utopia, I feel like, is you find it anywhere. Basically, you find your Utopia anywhere. It could be in a bad place, it could be in a good place. That's what I feel like Utopia is about. If I'm wrong, okay, whatever, but that's how I perceived it. But Utopia is like, it can be dirty, and you have to wear, and you have to be prepared for it and be geared up for it. So the shoes was a perfect way to introduce, like, welcome to Utopia. It's kind of fucked up. Like, you have to use them. Like, I feel like it's other shoes, you want to put them up on like a pedestal or something. These shoes, like, you gotta wear them. You gotta go out in the world. You gotta experience the world with them. You gotta run around with them. You gotta travel with them. You gotta go to clubs with them. That's what I feel like cut the check. That's what I feel like these shoes are for. And that's why he put them in Utopia, to kind of give hints, like, this is what the shoes is for. And if you could look right here, he's like laying down with the shoes are right here. And this is a picture on Instagram that I found. And I was like, oh, this is so sick. He's doing this so cool. Like, he's really like immersing us with the shoe. And these shoes probably don't come out until like January. Travis Scott's marketing team did great on this. And I think you guys should really just peep certain things that he's doing with this. He's basically showing you this shoe is rugged. This shoe is supposed to be fucking worn, and wear it every day. Wear it to sleep. Wear it to sleep. Wear it to wake up. Wear it. Like, this is his shoe, like the one that you actually wear. The easiest way for me to build a world, and when I work with certain brands and they ask me, how do I build a world? How do I figure out how to combine things together and build them to make them right? The best thing you could do is make a mood board. I know Rick Owens is like, I don't do mood boards, but like, streetwear brands make a fucking mood board, right? Let me tell you why. It's the easiest way to actually understand how are you going to plan it out. Like, how are you going to plan these photo shoots out? How are you about to plan this content out? That shit's hard. It's even hard for me to make content sometimes, especially when it's a brand that's on like this whole different kind of wave. I'm like, fuck, I gotta figure out how to make content for this. I don't know how. The first thing I do, I'm going to make a mood board. From this mood board, I'm going to pull stuff, and I'm going to make the world with the content. Because remember, we make content around the product. So this, I kind of wanted to make this all together. So let's say this target audience is city style. I actually just did a brand audit today, and we did a city style audience. So let's say this brand is like, wants to do city shit, kind of friends hanging out. They want to maybe be like a fashion influencer. They maybe want to be a fashion stylist. They probably hang out around cool streets in New York or in LA. But what would be the world that you'll build around this? So the world you could build is your audience becomes a part of a friend group. Broken Planet does that. It's like you become a part of their friend group as they film and go about. You could also become a part of their daily routine. That is another world you could put your audience in. You could put your audience in, you could bring your audience into your work life, maybe. How you do things on a day-to-day with your work, which is your brand. That's another world you could bring them into. So I hope that makes sense. Like, you bring them into a world. This world does not have to be fucking Avatar. This world could be a little concept, but it's so relatable it becomes big. Sometimes the little shit makes the biggest impact. I'm going to teach you guys something about color psychology. I just kind of realized, I had like an epiphany one day. I'm looking at all these brands you guys are DMing me saying this is not working. And when I'm looking at y'all brands, I'm noticing little things. And I always look at colors. Like when I look at your brand, I'm like, what colors are they using? Sometimes the colors are fucking whacked. And it's cool if your brand's supposed to be on that like whimsical shit, but if you're not on that whimsical shit and then the colors are a little scary, it's gonna hurt your brand. Color psychology. Leveraging colors to produce an effect can influence 85% of customers' purchasing decisions just from the color you pick. So, I know me personally, I'm like that. If I see a color that was custom created, or maybe the color just hits right in my head, I will buy it and won't even give a fuck about the graphic. Just because I like the way the color is. A lot of people are like this. This is not just me. If you really become meticulous how you pick colors and how the color goes with the world that you're creating, you will be unstoppable at this point. Because you're creating a world and the colors match the world that you're building for your audience. So I'm going to go through some different colors and what they mean. You guys can see it right here. Yellow is optimism and happiness. Purple is compassion, delicacy, gentleness. Blue is trust, security, wisdom. Like, screenshot this. Just screenshot this real quick. You know? Take certain colors, figure out what you want to do with them and how you want to go for your next drop. In order to start doing this color psychology aspect to your brand, you make a color palette. Make like a sick color palette with a couple colors that work for you. Make sure you pick them out the right way though. Like, don't just pick random things. Pick out like 4 colors that work for you and just be meticulous about it and actually understand why you picked those colors. Third reason why you're not selling out. You can't sell out the first time. If you're watching this, it probably happened, but you can't sell out at least the first time. You can't have life so cookie cutter for you. If you sold out the first time you dropped, amazing. But the people who didn't sell out their first drop, that's good. If you just sell out every time you drop, you're never going to improve. Those people that keep selling out, like the brands like that, they never improve. They just do the same thing over and over again because they see that works. But when something works, after a while, switch that shit around, right? So, if you're watching this, it probably has happened. You have to fail and then improve and then fail again and then improve and then fail. This is the only way life is going to build lessons for you, and it's also going to build your brand to be better than everybody else's because you went through all the shit already. You've been through all the bullshit. So you understand, okay, this is why I don't sell out. And when you understand that and then you put that into your next drop, that's when you're going to see the results of selling out. Because that's like the dream, to sell out. If I was a clothing brand owner right now, my dream wouldn't really be to sell out. My dream would be to have a community that's so tight that like no one could fuck with it. That would be my dream. But I know a lot of dreams is to sell out. If you haven't sold out after your 4th drop, I was being funny here, guys. It's okay if you haven't sold out after your 4th drop. But if this is your 10th drop and you still haven't sold out, that's fine. But understand is the only reason why you don't sell out is because you're doing the same thing each drop and expect a change. If you're doing the same type of routine each time you drop, and you know each time that you did that routine that you have technically not sold out, you have to stop doing that and figure out another routine and process to do. You're gonna sell out when you start mixing shit, doing weird shit, even if you think like this is weird as fuck what I'm doing right now and this is extra work, but this extra work and this weird as fuck shit or stuff that I don't think really matters may be the one thing you need to sell out. Failure is success in progress. Albert Einstein said this. This is one of my favorite fucking quotes. You have to fail. You have to get fucked up sometimes. It's the only way that progress and process is going to start going off and literally running to success. So, was that a lot, guys? This is probably one of my favorite videos that I have on my channel right now. I love this video. I think it's perfect, like, it's like a wake-up call video, kind of. Again, you know, this is the boring stuff. But if you want a brand audit by me, which you can see on my Instagram, the reviews from people who have got it, you could click the Dai Media Stan store below. And if you want to follow me on TikTok, where I post every day on communities, I post every day on threads, and I post every day on stories on Instagram. So follow me on all those for different angles about growing your brand and getting it to the next level. I'm Day. I hope you guys like this video. I'll see you guys next time.